Hello all, my name is Mitch Scaff, a solutions engineer here at Insightly, and I want to welcome you to another AppConnect video installment. Today I will be demonstrating how users can utilize Insightly to manage their events, or for our purposes today, webinars, and even automate these webinar registrations back into Insightly in order to keep your data clean and transparent to all the necessary parties. More importantly, we will touch on how you can leverage our tool AppConnect along with Twilio or your preferred cloud-based SMS application to communicate back to your contacts to sign up confirmation, but also event reminders along with a quick text post-webinar to fill out a quick survey. We will then wrap up with a quick view into how you can efficiently aggregate this data within Insightly's dashboard feature. Let's go ahead and get into it. So for our use case today, we're going to be hosting an event, a mental health webinar. We're going to want users to sign up for this event and be able to text them that they've signed up for this event, send reminders, and things of that nature, right? So I have this event created in Insightly. We can log the title, the location, start and end time, description, and any other details you want to add about this event. You can create those fields here in Insightly. Again, this page is fully customizable. If you navigate to this related tab, you're already going to see or have some contacts that have already registered for this event. So you'll see Barbara here is an attendee. She's opted in to text. We have her phone number, her email, and the other attendees here as well. We also have Luke here, which would be designated as the organizer, right? So just easy segmentation there. But as with any good webinar or signups, there's always going to be some level of marketing involved, right? So that we can reach as many people as possible and automate that they have signed up and automate those reach outs as well. So I'm going to navigate here to a landing page I created actually with our Insightly Marketing Landing Page Builder. If you want any more information about that, please go to our Insightly Help Center. You should be able to find the necessary information you need there. But for this webinar, we're just going to ask, what is your email, first and last name, what industry are you in, what's your phone number if you want to provide that, and then do you want to opt in to SMS texting? And again, there's other information here we could add as about the speaker and things of that nature. So Jerry's going to navigate to this page. He's going to submit this information. Go ahead and click submit. We see this has gone through. So as you can see here, Jerry Schultz was an existing contact, but we did update the fact that he might have input a new phone number, and we also put in his role of attendee because he submitted that form, and we also logged his SMS opt-in, which I'll get to in a second. If we go to his activity tab, you'll see he's now logged to a mental health webinar. If I click on this webinar, this is that same webinar I showed in the beginning. On the related tab, you will see Jerry Schultz logged here with all the necessary information and that he was opted into text. If I click on Jerry Schultz's record again and go to the related tab, you'll see all of our text history summed up on the related tab. So any text that go from Twilio to Jerry will be logged here and responses as well. So we see the message got logged in Insightly, but what does that message look like in Twilio? Did it actually go through Twilio? You'll see this phone number that went out, right? So we delivered this from our hosted phone number in Twilio to the number that Jerry submitted. And now that information now synced back to Insightly through our text message history. So if I go to SMSs here, you're gonna see all my SMS history. And on each of these records, you'll see the text that went through and who was contact. Chris Chin got a text. John Kendrick, right? So all these people got text messages logged to Insightly just based off that form submission. So after the event's over, I can navigate back to my event. You could automate this as well, but I'm gonna navigate back to my event and click Send Survey. This is essentially going to text each individual who is not an organizer. How do we do? So I'm going to go ahead and click Send Survey. We'll get a little notification saying your recipe was triggered. And then we can see what that text looks like on the other side. So Mitch went ahead, submitted his survey. We then get this log to Insightly, survey response number 5. Click in here. We see the numbers he populated from said form, which will automatically link to the person who submitted it. We got Mitch here, the event he attended, mental health webinar, and then we have a little calculated field here available on our enterprise plans, which will basically average out these numbers for easy reporting. Okay, to wrap this all up, As you can see here, we have a very simple dashboard when it comes to our webinars and our SMS history, right? So here on the left side, you'll see SMS volume over time, where we can track texts going out week over week, right? When are the bulk of our texts going out? We could even categorize these by, are these registration texts? Are these just personal outreach, right? We could do that level of categorization. You'll also see here we have a simple attendees this year broken up by industry. So on that initial form we had in the beginning, we had those attendees or registrants populate the industry they're in. So you can see here we have 37 attendees in the software industry, 7 attendees in the healthcare, and so on and so forth, right? Just so we can see what is our target audience, what industries are they coming from. Going back to that webinar survey rating I just showcased, we're going to grab that average on each record and then do an average of that over time. And as you see on this last one here, just a simple, hey, what are the webinars coming up? A quick snapshot. What can we focus on over the next month in terms of preparation, materials, organizing, getting ready for that webinar? Okay, now that we've seen all this in action, let's take a quick peek underneath the hood in AppConnect of how all of these were configured, right? So the first one we want to touch on here is the actual mental health event registration. Very simple. We're going to have a submission or a trigger tied to that submission. When that goes through, we're going to get the event details from the form, find the contact who submitted the form, update that contact with the necessary details. Then we're going to link that contact to the event, send in confirmation message if they opted in, right? If they didn't opt in, we'll skip this piece. If they opted in, send the text and then create that text message in Insightly. Next one I want to call attention to is this trigger survey send post send. This is that button we were referring to. When that button is clicked on the event page, for each of the linked contacts, get their details. We want their phone number, and we're going to use that phone number in step 5 to send this text. Now, some other ones I want to call attention to, obviously we have the job form survey trigger, pretty simple. When that goes through, we're going to populate the details in Insightly. But the other ones I want to call attention to are these reminders, right? So you can set up these scheduled actions in AppConnect. So every single day, I can have this automation run, look for events that are in exactly 1 week, get those event details, and then for each contact linked, we're going to get that contact's details and send them a message. Hey, webinar's coming up in a week. You can do this 1 week out, 2 days out, the day before, day after, right? These types of notifications, very simple to build out. And this is just a simple template you can use to achieve that. Next one I want to call attention to is this prospect contact SMS opt-out. Now, Twilio will do this for you. Anyone text stop through Twilio, it will update Twilio automatically for you. They will not be able to be texted or SMS messaged any further. However, we want that message to be in Insightly as well. We want to know this contact opted out. So I can set up an automation very simple here. When we receive an SMS message via Twilio and it contains stop, we're going to update the contact to opted out. Very simple here, not reinventing the wheel, not building anything crazy, but still important to call out that while this will exist in Twilio, we want this information populated on the contact level as well. All right, that's it for today's installment. We just scratched the surface of possibilities here with AppConnect. So if you have any additional questions, please reach out to our sales team for a personalized demo. Thanks.